So 2016 Subaru Cross Trek engine bay inspection. Engine bay has been washed to a point. No collision damage on the crush rails has been documented. Does not appear to be any collision damage on this front end that is observable. I can peek down, way down at the front core support. That's nice and straight down. There is a small hint of engine oil, maybe a small seep or leak that's maybe being volatilized by the hot exhaust. The exhaust routes this way, so if there is a small seep or leak on this valve cover, you might, that's what we're kind of smelling over here. Fluids came back good, coolant reservoir is good, it's not stained. It looks almost new. The car, at least on the top end, looks very well kept as a whole. But this is nice, it's not been stained or overflowed. Fluids come back good, brake fluid's good, electric power steering, so no concern there. Oil comes back good. Let's see. Appears that there's been some spray painting going on the harmonic balancer. That's not factory or typical. Maybe like a rust converter. There's some black spray paint down there on the exhaust shielding too. You can see, it's kind of hard to see straight down there. That's supposed to either be shiny, kind of mild steel, or it will just develop a patina over time. But that harmonic balancer has been painted. They're not supposed to look like that. They are supposed to be bare metal. More of an aesthetic issue. I'm not seeing any chunks or anything missing off it. That would maybe superficial rust. There's a bit of overspray, if you can kind of see it onto that oxygen sensor cable over there. So the vehicle has gotten some aesthetic treatment for visual, at least superficial visual rust abatement on the front end of the vehicle. Okay, this is the 2016 Subaru Cross Trek exterior body panel inspection for collision. Very minor stuff starting out on the hood. We've got a little dent right here. Checking front left bumper cover for play, anything breakage, any clips on there, nothing there. Following quarter panel front left back, quarter panel solid. Panel gap looks fine. Top of the quarter panel looks slightly larger. We'll reserve opinion. We'll get to the other side on that one. Front A pillar driver comes back square. B pillar square, C pillar, I'm going to call that square. The typically having a slightly larger gap at the top, you can kind of tell it's not sitting out of square, because if the radius follows it around, so that would appear normal to me. Moving to rear bumper cover, pushing on rear bumper cover, checking for breakage, clips, etc. Those come back good. Small crease right here in the paint. This side, a little bit looser than the other, maybe a weakened clip or something on this side. I would not call that a cause for concern. No damage on the internal for the fuel filler door. C pillar, passenger side, square. B pillar, passenger side, square. A pillar, passenger side, square. Front quarter panel, passenger side, checking gap comparing to driver side. Square to me. See the exterior, not reflecting any major collision damage. A little bit of scuffs and scrapes here. Pretty in line with relative age of the vehicle, 88,000 miles and 8 to 10 years old. So we've got a small crease right here in the A pillar for the driver's side. Appears to be very minor. So exterior gets a pass. Not seeing anything that would generate a cause for concern. Thank you. This is the interior video inspection of the 2016 Subaru Crosstrek. Interior gets a clean bill of health, no damage, no rips, tears, stains. Everything functions as it should. Infotainment works as it should. HVAC works as it should. Sunroof works as it should. Door functionality works as it should. Every door works just fine. Seals, trim, components, the interior is complete. No cause for concern there. Moving to rear trunk, there is no missing componentry in the emergency roadside kit. There's no sign of water damage, any issues from flood damage or rodent infestation in the trunk. The trunk area gets a clean bill of health. Passenger side, same deal. All functions work, seats work, not seeing any staining, mechanical damage of any sort. So interior does get a clean bill of health. This is the 2016 Subaru Cross Trek computer scan. We do get a couple sets of codes here: ABS, SRS, tire pressure, so body control module. All of these codes are historical. All of them have to do with low battery. So no cause for concern here. This is typically the case when a vehicle is sat for a while and the battery runs down, and then maybe the battery is replaced, but all of these codes are historical, so there's not a cause for concern here. So the computer is going to get a pass. This is a conclusions video for the 2016 Subaru Cross Trek. Interior's in good shape, functionality is good shape, engine bay is in good shape with the exception of a small smell. Could not document any leak, but could smell a faint hint of engine oil on the right side of the vehicle. Exterior comes back clean with any sort of dents and scrapes that are right in line with the age of the vehicle. If there is any concern, there was some documentation on some rust abatement that was going on underneath the vehicle. We did not document anything that would be structural, but there was some surface superficial rust that seemed to have gotten somewhat of an abatement, maybe a spray for a converter, similar to what was seen in the engine bay. The exhaust system appears to have been replaced. The age and rust on that, the patina, is not in line with what we saw on the subframe and the rear differential. Very indicative of being an East Coast car, but nothing was documented that appears to be severely into the chassis or up into the structure of the vehicle. The control arms do have some signs of beginning to rust and iron oxide crystallization around the cups and on the differential.